Morning folks, it is 25th of May and I am heading away down to Lake Eucumbene again with the Forge Through, the knife forging group for veterans and first responders with PTSD, etc. We go fishing a couple of times a year and I'm heading back down to Lake Eucumbene. Interesting, I should be really excited, and I kind of am, but I'm also struggling. I just got this morbid fear that I've forgotten something or whatever. I don't know what it is. I also forgot to take my medication yesterday morning and last night. That can have a profound effect, and maybe that's just all it is, and I just need to go with it. I took my medication this morning. Hopefully it smooths things out, but essentially now I've just stocked up with food in the fridge in the van, and I've got to now drive down to a mate's place down the bottom of the mountains. I met him in St John of God, and he actually was the one who put me onto the Forge Through program, and we've been mates ever since, good mates, and so hopefully that sort of sparks me up a bit too. It's kind of hard to describe how I feel, like I've got all this nervous tension in my guts, a little bit choked up, so anyway, here's what it is. It's a nice day, it's cold, it's expected to be extremely cold down at Eucumbene. Not taking the kayak this time, I'm literally just going to walk the banks and flick a lure and just kind of try and get grounded in nature and I don't know, calm the heck down, Anyway, I'm about to fire up the car. Something I've learned in making videos is that when I do a piece like this to camera, if the car or the motorbike's running, it sounds shit. So yeah, I'll snap it off, get the car fired up, might just send a quick message to Jimmy, and then hit the road. So I'll bring you back. I don't know where I'll bring you back, but I'll bring you back here and there, and most certainly once we get to Eucumbene this afternoon and set up camp with the rest of the Forge Through crew, I'll certainly do some pieces to camera there as well. Alright, cheers folks, catch you soon. So folks, you've seen it in my video a couple of times. I'm back here again. Hospital Hill Lookout, looking over Namadgi National Park. Haven't been here at this time of day though. It's pretty cool. Morning folks, it is 7:30 in the morning. I've got a cracking headache, which is pretty much normal these days. I've just taken something for it. With the PTSD, I clench my teeth a lot, particularly during my sleep, and it causes jaw tension, muscle tension up through my temples and into my scalp, and then down the back of my neck into my shoulders, and it's just something I've got to live with. I am in the process of having that investigated, and next week I'll actually be seeing a facial maxillosurgeon to see whether or not something like a cortisone injection into the joints and muscles around here might do something to relieve a bit of the pain. But at the moment I'm sick and tired of taking paracetamol and ibuprofen every day, every night, just because of that, But enough about that crap. How beautiful is this place? You'll see just down here, I'll turn the camera around slowly. There's a sign there. It says Mount Clear Campground. Just down the hill down there and off to the right. That was where we were shooting for yesterday afternoon. And whereas we arrived, it was closed. The campgrounds along here are closed at the moment because they're doing feral animal eradication. So at that point we continued driving, and we only got 300 metres and just found this clearing, which was perfect, just to pull over, get a little campfire going, spin some yarns, have a feed, and rack out. Yeah, so pretty cold. I'd say it's probably around 4 or 5 degrees at the moment, but it's nice and fresh, and it's currently dry, which is nice. This is our little campground. It looks just like a road plant area where they've got rocks and gravel and stuff. That's Jimmy's campsite. I was in the van. Yeah. So this morning the plan is to continue down the Bobby N Road to Adaminaby. Probably go to that cafe I took the boys to in January, the kids to in January, and have a coffee and a pie or a bacon and egg roll before heading on to Angler's Reach and setting up camp. Jimmy's still sleeping, but I'm making him a coffee. Yeah, so that guy just wanted to stop and have a chat. He's off now, down the hill. Had a beautiful dog, and he lives out here, out in the bush, out some valley near Adaminaby, on his way to Canberra to visit his mum for her birthday tomorrow. Yeah, so got the jet boil going, should be ready soon, and I'll make Jimmy a coffee. Gotta love a coffee. So folks, I've driven and ridden past this place a couple of times with you, Brayshaw's Hut, and this morning we got the luxury of time, so I just thought actually stop and have a look at it. The Settlers Track. I was sort of wondering whether or not the Australian Alpine Walking Track comes through here. There's a sign. Brayshaw's Hut was built in 1903. And there's lots of these things dotted all over the Australian Alpine region, more or less as safety huts, last resort huts when the weather turns really nasty. People out here can generally make their way to one of these huts and get inside and take shelter. There you are. Fireplace. Diary or a log. Yep. People can say they've been here. And a second room. Now it's not airtight, but I've got to say in a dire situation it's probably perfect. Exactly what you need to get out of the elements and survive a night, survive a few nights. So we've come to the Adaminaby bakery again. I took my kids here in my Lake Eucumbene fishing trip earlier in the year. Breakfast of champions, complete with PTSD medication. Yeah, nice view, great weather. We're bugging out back to the van. Don't know if you can hear me. But that's some serious weather closing in really fast. So let's get in the van and stay dry, eh? Yeah. So the storm's closing in pretty quickly. Righto folks, call me soft, call me what you want, but got a cabin. Instead of the van, got a cabin. And if you look out there, the wind isn't blowing at the moment. We just helped one of the guys set up his tent trailer in a pretty much gale force wind, and we've got him set up now, and someone's pulled out of this cabin, so we're getting it, which is great. So we'll be at least warm and dry and able to pick and choose when we step out into the weather and go fishing. Step into this cabin. Wow, this is opulence. We're there. Morning folks, day 2 down here at Eucumbene, day 3 of our trip. Had a much better night's sleep, which was good. And I'm awake kind of before everyone else. I just saw Doug and Julie got up. Jimmy's still having a kip, so I just thought I'll just wander down here and flick a line for 15 or 20 minutes. Start the day right, you know. Absolutely glorious. It's predicted to snow from 9 AM through to 8 PM apparently, which I don't know, I'm a bit skeptical about that. But we'll see what comes of it. It's pretty cold. A little breeze blowing, maybe 8 or 10 knots. That's probably only about 1 degree at the moment. There are a few clouds off in the distance, I'll show you that. A few dirty grey clouds. Just have to wait and see what they produce. And in the meantime, I'm just going to go down here and get cold fingers and look at the kangaroos, listen to the plovers, flick a line, see what happens. Don't know what the wind is like, whether or not you can hear me, if it's affecting the camera, but it's bloody freezing. I reckon the wind chill's -10. If you look upstream, up the lake towards the head of the lake, there's a rainbow. There's a rainbow. That points out there, but up the lake, that's where the weather always comes from. I did when I was here with the kids in January. I'll turn the camera around. That looks pretty greasy out there. So I dare say there's something in the air and it's coming my way. fingertips are freezing. I'm just wearing fingerless gloves because I thought that'd be a good idea. This is very bracing. It's really nice. Just cold, you know. But it's just the antidote. It feels great. So there's 20 minutes worth of that, and I'm not getting anything, which I didn't anticipate anyway. And now I'll just wander back up to the cabin. Hopefully Jimmy's awake. We can make some eggs on toast or something like that, you know. So yeah, all right. Let's head back. It's funny how now I've walked away from the lake and I'm literally, I don't know, 100 metres or more, but not much, from where I was, and immediately I'm protected from the wind, and it's quite pleasant. As soon as you're standing down there in the water, it's just this icy cold wind blowing off the water or down the lake, and it's just a bit too much, you know. It's that's the joy of it. Heaps of kangaroos, I don't know if you can see them, they blend in so well. I'll point the rod up there, just got the sun on them now. There's got to be at least a dozen just sitting there in the clearing in the sun. One up there in the dark, a couple just hopped across in front of me. Yeah, I love this place. Love getting out and doing this. It's just good. Good times. This is our setup up here. 3 cabins. Everyone's got their white 4-wheel drives. That's funny. They're all white. It's funny, it's... Now I'm back up in the wind, sorry folks. But it's such a beautiful day. It really is. In a way, I kind of do hope it snows. It'll just make it a bit of fun, you know. So I found this spot down in Yen's Bay, which you can sort of see behind me. It's sheltered from the wind. It's just beautiful, and you know, I'm flicking a line, not getting anything, but it doesn't matter. It just feels great. It's nice and peaceful, calming. I need more of this in my life. It's bloody great. Really good way to manage PTSD symptoms, stress and anxiety and all that, you know. Just come out and flick a line. it's not my intention to catch and kill any fish. I just want to catch a fish, take a photo and let it go. You know? Not here to eat any. Not today anyway. What I am seeing around here is lots and lots of evidence of yabby claws and stuff like that. So the van's parked way up there on the hill. And in there I've got a couple of packets of soft plastic yabbies. So at some point I may walk back up and ditch the Tassie Devil and grab the soft plastics. I should have brought them with me in my backpack. But anyway, doesn't matter. I'm having a good time. And yeah, think about it. Get into it. Good times. And there's plenty of this to do around Australia, that's for sure. In fact, around the world. You know, it's just glorious. When the wind dies off and there's no whistling in your ears, I guess in the camera microphone as well, this is really good. I feel so relaxed, it's great. Providence Portal lookout, and I would say that ordinarily the lake comes right up here. So this is where the Eucumbene River flows into Lake Eucumbene. It looks like it's just been devastated by, I don't know. I wouldn't say drought. Would you say drought, Jimmy? No. Because it's a hydro lake, so they've been accessing the water and draining it for hydroelectricity. Maybe too much. I don't know.
Maybe too much.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is head down. There's a trail down there, just down to the river, and do a bit of fishing in the river. Give that a crack there, and then there's another spot further up here, a little bit further upstream. If we have no luck down here, we'll go up there. This is Providence Portal. This is where the Eucumbene River comes down and meets Lake Eucumbene down there. And we've worked a fair way upstream, probably, I'm going to say, a kilometre from here upstream. We now come back down to the headwaters there of the lake. Still nothing. I've actually just thrown, there's so much evidence of yabbies here, so I've thrown a soft plastic yabby on the line, and rather than casting and retrieving this time, I've just chucked it in. So let it sit there on the bottom and see if anything happens, you know. Hey folks, we're back. What is it? 3:15?
You'll hear about one.
Yeah, 3:15. So, no luck, but now you're recording. I don't know if I recorded before. So, hey folks, we're back. We're none from none, but we had a good walk. So we went 500 metres up that way where you can see the snow squalls in the valley, and all the way there we followed the river down to the head of the lake down there. Just sort of contoured around to the main body of the lake, right at the head of the river there, and tried a few different things. Like I said before, a soft plastic yabby. There's so much evidence of yabbies working on the bank. So we did that, and eventually, you know what, that'll do. Let's go back, get warm, and have a feed. So that's us for now, and I'll bring you back later. Maybe even tomorrow, I don't know, who knows. Apparently one of the boys back at the caravan got a bloody fish first cast off the bank at the caravan park. So we'll see about that when we get there. Hey, Duck. How'd you guys go? Oh, nothing. No. I got one strike up at Providence. That was it.
I didn't get a bite.
Morning everyone. Day 3, something like that. Today's Wednesday, and it's nearly 9 AM, but everyone's still asleep, so they must have stayed up pretty late. It's dawned to be a cracking day. Look around, no wind, crystal clear sky. I'm just going to wander down here to the bay and just flick the line for 20 minutes or so, just because it's a great way to start the day. Once again, I woke up in the middle of the night with a cracking headache from clenching my jaw. It's extended down into my neck and my shoulders. Got to the point where I had to get up and just go and sit in the lounge and try and doze sitting up because it was hurting too much to lie down. Took some medication for that. It's kind of dulled the senses, but it hasn't taken tension away from the shoulders or the pain away through the top of my scalp. It kind of is what it is, you know, and you go, well, still got to function. Maybe a good way now is just to crack into it, go for a bit of a fish and try and relax. Yeah. Not that it's a weird one. I don't feel tense for any particular reason. I'm not anxious that I'm aware of. But that little part of your brain called the amygdala, which senses threat and responds accordingly, it doesn't mean it's not working overtime for some reason that I'm not personally seeing. So anyway, have a go at this lake. It's well below 45% capacity now, which is a bit of a shame because it could be bloody amazing if the water levels were up here somewhere where they have been in years gone by. Not that I've seen it, but I just see the potential from when I look around the edge of the lake and see potential water lines and just how much more water this place could hold. Enough about that. I'll bring you back when I am ready to flick my first line. Just so tranquil at the moment, it's amazing. Really, really nice. Where were you? I just heard a fish jump. Oh, you probably can't see it, but over near the other bank, you see the big rings starting to form on the surface of the lake. So they're out there, not necessarily going for what I'm throwing at them though. I'm back at camp. All the boats are gone, so all the boys with boats have gone out. There's just us shoreline moochers left. Hopefully Jimmy's up and we can get some breakfast happening and then go and see what we can catch, you know. Yeah, beautiful day. Loving it. Just outside the Angler's Reach general store and caravan park reception. So we've been for a fish in Deano's boat, the Forge Through boat. Had no luck, spent a couple of hours out there trolling up and down the lake right up to where we fished yesterday, right up at Providence Portal. And there just didn't seem to be any fish on the sounder, certainly nothing on the bite, so yeah. Alright, looking to it. Hey folks, well, it's time to wrap up and head home, and I can honestly say it's been a magical trip in terms of connection with like-minded people. The weather at the front end of the trip was not great, but look at it now, it's just amazing. Great day to be out on the water. But for me, it's not so much about catching fish, but the mindful practice of actually having a go and then spending time with friends around a campfire, you know, and just relaxing, you know, and sharing stories, not necessarily war stories, but just laughs, you know. And so I'll wrap this one up here. I may film some footage on the way home, I don't know. But from here I'll go and call in my father-in-law and have a coffee with Jimmy, and then head the rest of the way home, because tomorrow more medical appointments. But right now my cup is full and it works for me. It can work for you if you've got PTSD or other mental health related issues, depression, anxiety. You name it. Just getting out, getting connected with people. Connection's a really big thing. And grounding in nature and stuff like that. I talk about it a lot, but I think because it's important, you know, it really is. I go home, you know, I'm a better husband to my wife, I'm a better father to my kids, you know, and I'm more relaxed and I can function until the next trip, you know, so yeah. Alright, that's me signing off. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Cheers.